Hey guys, it's Luke Picard with the help of Zachary Primo, and today we're bringing you a top 10 list of our favorite games to play during this time of social distancing. Keep in mind that this list has board games and electronic games, games to play with a group of people, and games to play by yourself, and there's no particular ranking system. But with all that said, let's move into our list. The first game on our list is Jenga, and you all know how it works. Jenga is a game where players take turns removing one block at a time from a tower constructed of 54 blocks. The person to knock down the tower loses. Up next is the classic Monopoly. In Monopoly, players roll two six-sided dice to move around the game board, buying and trading properties and developing them with houses and hotels. Players collect rent from their opponents, with the goal being to drive them into bankruptcy. Next on the list is another classic board game, Clue. Clue is a board game where 3 to 6 players try to figure out 3 main facts of a murder: the murderer, the location of the murder, and the murder weapon. They do this by having their characters run around the board and gather evidence. Our fourth pick is Mario Kart. In the Mario Kart series, players compete in go-kart races, controlling a character from the Mario franchise. Up to 4 players can play at the same time, making it perfect for some wholesome family fun. Get out there and race, but watch out for the blue shell behind you. Moving on to the next game in the list, Game Pigeon, or iMessage games. Game Pigeon is a platform on iPhones that allow people to play a plethora of games with friends, family, or really anyone that you have their phone number. Games are turn-based, with each player texting the other their plays. Fun games on Game Pigeon to check out are 8-Ball Pool, Sea Battle, Mini Golf, and Cup Pong. Another fun phone game is Heads Up. Heads Up is an app you can download to play with your family and friends. From naming celebrities to singing to silly accents, guess the word on the card that's on your head from your friend's clues before the timer runs out. Super Smash Bros. Is a series of crossover fighting video games published by Nintendo and played solely on the Nintendo Switch. 2 to 4 players fight to see who is the last person standing. Our next pick is called the Jackbox Party Pack games. There are currently 6 Jackbox Party Pack, each with 5 different games. Each game has a different player limit and different rules. Players host a game through a console or computer and display it on their TV, then join using their phone. The games cover a wide variety of topics and are sure to keep things interesting. And if all else fails, you can always grab a deck of cards and play some solitaire. A last resort maybe, but definitely a way to pass the time. Before we get into our last pick, here are some honorable mentions. The Game of Life was America's first popular parlor game. The game simulates a person's travels through his or her life, from college to retirement, with jobs, marriage, and possible children along the way. 2 to 6 players can participate in one game, with variations of the game accommodating up to 10 players. Bloons Tower Defense is a series of tower defense games that can be played online or downloaded as a phone app. The focus of the games is to use towers to defeat an enemy army of balloons to progress through the levels. As you play the game, the balloons become more abundant and harder to defeat. And finally, our last game is called Secret Hitler. Secret Hitler is a social deduction game for 5 to 10 people about finding and stopping the secret Hitler. Players are secretly divided into 2 teams, the liberals, who have majority, and the fascists, who are hidden to everyone but each other. If the liberals can learn to trust each other, they have enough votes to control the elections and save the day. But the fascists will say whatever it takes to get elected, advance their agenda, and win the game. Out of these 10, Secret Hitler is definitely Zach and I's favorite game, so it has rightfully earned the Luke Picard seal of approval. Well, that's all we've got today. Be sure to keep an eye out on our profile for more videos like this one. Stay safe, and until I see y'all again, I'm Luke Picard with the help of Zachary Primo.